Hey, it's Deanna, and this is an update to my last video, well, my Hall of Shame video, where I told you how I dumpster dived. Now, if you didn't tune in, it all started one summer, and when I worked in retail, some customer told me that her neighbor passed away, her elderly neighbor, and his family members ended up taking all of his belongings and pitching it into a dumpster they rented. And so at midnight, in the pouring rain, after work, I went and I climbed into the dumpster and I found a bunch of vintage watches and watch parts and some other cool stuff too. But this is like actually my favorite out of all the things. And so out of all of the pieces, these two are the things I love the most. And they're Gruen Ladies watches. And somebody by the name of Time Recycled made a comment on my video and said that these are from the 30s and 40s. And I love them. He said the rest of my stuff really wasn't worth that much, and the Rolex watch that I found was not a real Rolex. Well, I figured that. Who would throw a Rolex watch in the garbage? Well, I mean, come on, what are the chances of finding a Rolex in a dumpster? I think 0 to none. So nonetheless, he said the little like parts were worth like $5 or $10 a piece, and that's about it. So I asked him, was it worth getting these watches fixed? And he said these particular ones would cost more money to get them fixed than if I found them working on the internet. So I was like bummed out a little, but I figured let me tinker around with them. So what I did was, which is probably a no-no, I used silver polish and I took them apart and actually shined them up, and I completely and utterly am thrilled with how shiny they came out. Look how clean they are. I took the glass piece off. I got behind there, I cleaned the inside of the glass, I cleaned the watch band. I mean, I really gave it some elbow grease, and look how shiny it is. So my favorite of the two is the gold colored one. Now this one is rolled gold, so it's like probably more valuable than say this one, which is stainless steel, but I just like this one better. And so what I did was I tinkered around and I got this one to not work. That's right, you heard me. Nothing. It's like I think the spring is busted on it. So I was like bummed out by that. But the strange part is I see people selling the same watch on the internet, and they have it for like anywhere between $75 to $150 in non-working condition. I don't know why they're selling them for so high. That's crazy. But this one, I actually got to work, and I'm so happy about it. As a matter of fact, I've been monitoring it all day, and it's been keeping perfect time. It's outrageous how great this old watch is. And it says on both of them that it has 17 jewels. So I guess because it was well made, they're Swiss watches. And so I guess the old saying goes, one person's trash is another person's treasure. And so I'll never forget the day I went dumpster diving, and I ended up finding an old man's watches in the dumpster, and how I saved them, and now they're mine to enjoy for hopefully a lifetime, unless my family decides to pitch them in a dumpster, which my husband has already warned me that when I kick the bucket, he's going to like get a gigantic driveway-sized dumpster, and what he's going to do is he's going to throw all my antiques in them. So hopefully my kids will be smart enough to save them and know what they are, because I do videos. That's actually the reason why I make these videos, so that when I kick the bucket, hopefully not soon, my kids will be smart enough to realize that what I have has value to it and has worth, and is worth preserving for future generations to come. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like, get it watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. See you all soon.